Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Ripple server. Yay! Yay. Today, I'm going to have a little bit of a special episode. Yay. And for once, I know what episode this is going to be. So, episode number 50. That's almost 100. Yeah. And I'm going to do a little bit of a special one today. I'm going to do a tour of what I've done so far on the server here. And the main reason for that is I've been gaining quite a few new subscribers lately. Welcome, everyone. And I got a suggestion in the comments from GTG or GTG, as he's probably referred to mostly because he's Norwegian, in the comments anyway, asking for a little bit of a tour or something like that. So just to get everyone up to speed, it starts raining right in the middle of my intro. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so I thought, yeah, why not make a little bit of a tour thing? We are starting off by my ocean monument. When I started this, or when we started the server here, I had a very small plan for my, or very basic plan for my base, and that was I wanted an ocean monument so I can make a guardian farm, and I wanted an end portal, which I have over in that direction, I think. That island and straight down, pretty much. Yep. And then I wanted to build a charged creeper farm on top, which you can see over there in the distance. We're going to go have a look at that in a little bit. So I'm not going to do this in any chronological order or anything. I'm just going to walk through my things and show them off, basically. Yeah. So first things first, Guardian Farm. This is actually my first big project I did on the server. Started this, I think, episode 4 or 5 or something crazy like that. Yeah. So the idea I had was I wanted to keep the structure of the ocean monument intact. So what I've done is I've added in some blocks there to make a little bit of a walkway. I also extended out, I think, from maybe this level or that level, extended out all the way out to the glass here. Just to make it fit nicely in the whole little room I built here. So yeah, the basic structure is completely intact, the outside structure, and I just added in a couple more blocks to tie everything together, and then I ripped out the inside here. I built these spawning chambers, or whatever you want to call them, where guardians spawn, they fall down, get flushed into the middle, and then they get flushed into the middle again. They fall down through lava here, and then they burning to death. Yeah. And everything gets sorted in this here storage, and we have so much stuff. The prismarine shards or crystals, I mean, I'm running a little bit low. I only have 2 and a bit rows of those. I don't think I have anything on this side. It fills up on that side first, and then it starts filling on this side as well. So, but I think I've crafted up quite a lot of sea lanterns. So I've emptied out most of this side, at least. We also have a little storage for cooked fish. When you kill the guardians with fire, or when they burn to death, the fish they drop actually dropped as cooked fish or cooked cod. So I just have 4 double chests. This has been my food supply for pretty much most of the server, but it's free food. I just have to AFK a little bit and this fills up. Let's continue down. This is something I had pre-planned or pre-designed, this tunnel design. And also this tunnel design. I had to adapt it a little bit from my creative build to reality, mostly the staircase here. I couldn't have as long of a staircase as I originally planned, but yeah. This is quite a thing to build. It took forever. That way we're going in a bit. Yeah, takes forever to build, but it looks really cool. So yeah, so we have the corridor, and also the main thing that I like to do is I like to be able to fly through the corridors. So this is definitely big enough to fly. Yeah, we have one nether portal over in the Guardian farm. We have one nether portal here in the middle of the base, pretty much. And if we over in this end, we have another nether portal, which will take you directly to the end portal that I have. Still need to do something about this area here. I've been putting that off for quite a while, but maybe one day, maybe one day. This is also the end portal that pretty much everyone uses to get to the end, because this is the most convenient one to use, so yeah. But it's so very nice to have an end portal in your base. In here we have my storage room, which is also something that I had pre-designed, pre-planned, everything. Quite a neat setup, but it shows how hard it is to basically design something like this, and you try to think about how to set it up properly and stuff like that. And then when you played in a world, you realize, I should have done things differently, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, what we have here is we have two inputs. In this one, I can just drop in items, like that. In this one, I can drop in shulker boxes with items in, and it gets unloaded downstairs, and the items goes into my sorting system, and the empty shulker boxes end up in here. So it's very convenient when you make a big project or something elsewhere. You just have everything in you load up everything in shulker boxes, you come over to your storage room, you just dump everything in here, and then you just AFK and let the system sort everything for you. So that's very, very convenient. What I have here is on this side and the same on the other side. I have these chests with, in this case, cobble. We have cobble and we have cobble, two double chests. And then when those two double chests are full, the cobble gets automatically loaded into shulker boxes instead. So I also have a bunch of shulker boxes with cobble ready to go. So if you need a lot, you just come in here, you grab a shulker box, and you're ready to go. If you just need a couple, you go here and you grab a couple of stacks, and yeah. So it's very, very convenient, especially for example, stone here. You usually need a lot, so I have a lot of stone. Yeah, and I have that for the blocks that I thought I was going to get a lot of when starting off this server. Pretty much. It hasn't gone completely to plan, but yeah, it's, as I said, it's really hard to plan these things out. In the middle here, we have a multi-item storage. So basically this is based on that you fill up every slot in the shulker box here, and if, for example, I put obsidian through the system, the obsidian will get sorted in here and nowhere else, and because that's the designated spot for obsidian. And here we have the polished diorite, polished granite, for example, polished andesite. Here we have a little nether brick stuff. more nether stuff. So yeah, it's a nice way of sorting items that you don't get very much of. Hello, Marlowe. And that's pretty much my storage room, I think. And as you can see, I have random shulker boxes everywhere because, I don't know, there's not enough room to put everything I managed to gather. Here are some things I want to keep, and here are some enchanted books. I don't have any storage for that, and yeah. It's a bit of a mess. Also a statue that Wintergrave made for me, which is cool looking. If we just go to the other side of the corridor here, we have a little bit of a super smelter. This is designed by Ilmango. I did not use my own design for this. I thought I was going to try this design, and it works very well too. So I have no complaints. So 16 furnaces on each side, so 32 in total. And it's pretty quick. You drop fuel in there and there, so coal and rods, something like that. And then you put the stuff you want to smelt here, and you will get an output here. It's really nothing extraordinary, I would say, but it's very, very, very handy to have something like this around your base. So I highly recommend building a big smelter setup. Especially if you need a lot of glass or something, it helps a lot. It's nighttime and it's raining. Up here, let's see, can we maybe fly up? No. Ouch! Up here we have my tree farm. Once again, I did not design this. This is an Ilmango design. For this, I'm not smart enough to come up with something like this, so I rely on other people's designs. So basically what happens is you grow trees in that part there. Thank you, Rain, for stopping. When the trees grows up, they get taken out to here, get pushed over to underneath there. We can't really see it from here. Gets pushed, yeah, underneath here, and then pushed up and over. I fell down. Pushed up, and then pushed over, and eventually end up in the obsidian chamber there, where they get blown up by TNT. So we have a TNT duper in there. Oop. I also added in, because this uses a lot of bone meal, so I did not add. I built this in this specific location just because there's a skeleton spawner underneath, pretty much straight down here or something. There's a skeleton spawner, so when you're here working, or you're here growing trees, you will also get skeleton spawning, which is very handy. I can just show you. Let's do a couple of birch saplings just to show you how it works. So you plant a tree, it gets bone meal, it grows up, and it gets taken away, and all the leaves gets crushed. And this is pure magic the way it works. I don't really know how it works. Yeah, anyways, that's how that thing works, and it works very, very well. Here we can see skeletons coming from the spawner. They go up quite high, and then they drop down, and most of them die from fall damage, and if they don't die from fall damage, they land on this magma block here. Like so. And all the bones end up in here. Eventually, I don't have very much bones. Here's bone meal storage, It uses quite a lot of bone meal, so you need that. Yeah. Tree farm. So this little thing here is my charged creeper farm, in which I've caught creepers in the holes here, bloop, and then it's just a matter of waiting for them to, or waiting for lightning to strike around here, and when it does, they will get charged, like that. This room I have over here is just a spawn room, basically, so I can, if I turn off the light, like so, things will start spawning in here, and it's set up in a way so, because of the carpets and stuff, so only creepers can spawn in here, also the trapdoors in the ceiling here. So only creepers can spawn in here. So basically you turn off the light, you wait for creepers to spawn, and then you just go in, and the idea is you open a fence gate, and the creeper follows you out. When it walks out, it walks over the pressure plate, so the gate closes behind them, which is very convenient. So hopefully you will only get 1 or maybe 2 creepers out. If we look in here, we have a lot of creepers, and as you can see, we have 1 there, 1 there, we have 1 there. We have quite a few charged ones. This is super slow to get. You need to AFK here quite a lot in order to get a lot of charged creepers. But a good rule is that the bigger you build this, the more creeper you have, the more likely it is that thunder will hit one of them. So a project like this needs to be of a rather big size, I would say. And let's grab one. This one is named Dinner Bone. That's why he's upside down. So, and if we run into the middle, where's the middle? Here. It looks really cool when they upside down. It's just looks so silly, but yeah. And then it drops down, and there's water at the bottom here, so it doesn't take any damage. So he's behind here somewhere in another water stream. He should end up in here very soon. There we go. And he gets under the block there, so he's fixed in his position. Then what you do is, up here I have another spawning room with a slime in it. So you turn off the light, you wait a couple of seconds. Let's go up and see if anything spawned here. We got a couple of spiders. I don't want spiders. You could add in the carpet. You could add in carpet here on a 2x2 grid just to. We have. I don't want one with armor. I want one without armor. Then you do that. Lure him in, and as you saw, when he walked over the pressure plate, the fence gate closed behind him. So, and very soon we will have a... Do I have a flint and steel here? I don't. We will have a zombie in there. I just hope I have my flint and steel on me. I do very much have that. I want him to get underneath the block there soon, I hope. Come on, let's smack him with a shovel. And again, like that. And now I hope this works. He should be close enough. When a charged creeper kills a zombie, skeleton, or creeper, that mob will drop its head. So hopefully that's what we're going to see now. So I light this on fire. Ouch! The explosion killed the zombie, and we have a zombie head. So if you want the mob heads and do it in a proper way, this is the way to do it, basically. It's a lot of work, but it's fun work, so yay. We go through this tunnel here. I made this, I could have just continued the same pattern as over there, but it's such a pain to build, so I just, come on, fly. Like so. That's a place to end up. I just came up with another design here, basically, so I didn't have to build the same old design. Also, this was so much easier to build. So, yeah. In here is my slime farm. Let's turn it on a little bit. And the thing I turn on is actually the item collection. It's... the slime's still spawning. There's no way of stopping the slime spawning, so it's just the item collection. In here we have 11 slime chunks in a very nice little pattern here, I think. So this farm is just stupid fast when things are running the way they are supposed to. Right now there's 2 other people online taking up loading mobs and stuff. It might also be nighttime, which when other people are online, it's worse because mobs are spawning on the surface and stuff. So it's not running super efficient right now, or it's not efficient at all right now, but once it runs full speed, this produces so much slime. Up here, you can see it starts shiny, shiny, shiny there. There is a skeleton spawner. Skeleton spawner. There we go. So if we AFK over in this area here, we can also farm skeletons if we want to. There and there is 2 cave spider spawners. So if we AFK sort of over here, you can see when they are both activated. We get quite a lot of string from this, so you can it's a bit of a combination farm. If you want bone, or if you want string, or if you just want slime, you can stand in the middle. Not activate any of the spawners here. So yeah, you got a little bit of a choice here, which is always nice. Can I maybe... We can probably see this. I'm just gonna do this. Give myself night vision for a little bit. You can see slimes are coming up very, very quickly here. And also some string and some stuff. It goes into a shulker box loader up there. The shulker box then goes into a chest here. Behind and into this dispenser here. Then you dispense out the... that was stupid, just giving me 30 seconds of night vision. But yeah, it gets dispensed out here, and you can empty out the shulker box. Like so, you empty out the shulker box, you craft it up into blocks, and then you place the blocks in here, and when this is full, the shulker box breaks and goes into this storage here. So we have quite a lot of slime blocks already. So, and this shulker box, when it's emptied out, it goes down into this hopper here, and then back into a little item elevator, and it ends up in the loader up there. So it's a closed system with just shulker boxes circulating, which I think is a very, very neat setup. I've actually made a tutorial for a very similar setup, not this exact setup. I worked a little bit more on compacting and making it simpler and stuff, so it's even better now, I would say. This works very, very well, and it's so convenient if you need crafting, and it produces so much stuff. That's pretty much it for my base. I think I have another project that I'm not actually going to show you because you will see that in the next episode. Yay! So let's go into the Nether a little bit. Here we have my little Nether Hub. I'm very happy with this. So that's obviously the portal to the Guardian farm because that's where we came through. This is to the one in the middle of my base, and that's the one going to where the end portal is. That goes to a secret location. Right now I'm having a hole in the wall over here because I've been using that for next episode's project. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go in there. We have a minecart system if you want to have take a minecart. This will take you to the main Nether Hub, and this over here will take you to Carlock's base. Yeah, but I'm just gonna walk because why not? I'm also very happy with this tunnel design. I think this is probably one of the best tunnel designs I've come up with, to be honest. I'm really happy with this. Over there is Carlock's Nether Hub. Not gonna show that. You have to check out Carlock's channel. And this goes all the way over to the North Tunnel. We have the North Tunnel. Over there is that direction is the main Nether Hub, and over here is eventually we have Carlock's base and a tunnel to Mad Cat's base, and also I wanted to show this here. This is Carlock built this. He also came up with the design for this tunnel and stuff, so I helped building the tunnel, but I did not come up with the design. So that's Carlock's doing. Also, he wanted to have pixel art to show whose base it is, so that's a pixel art version of me. Yeah, it's not bad. Winter Village, and this is another decorative project I've been working on, or Carlock and I have been working on, I'm going to say. He's done a lot of work here too, so not at all only me. This is a project we started in December. We wanted to create a little winter village here, so basically on the right side here, that's stuff Carlock built, and on the left side, so these houses here and also the big house down there is stuff I built. And then we also switched out the dirt and stuff on the mountains and things with snow, and we put carpet on top of everything to make it spawn proof. So we used up a silly amount of carpet in this project. So yeah, you have a couple of little small houses. These looks fairly similar, those two houses as well. And then down here we have a little hotel here with a couple of different rooms. We can just hop into one here. This is called Ångermanland because reasons. A couple of beds and a little shower room, stuff like that. Nothing super fancy, but it's a little hotel room. And in here we have like a main hall with a reception and a little seating area here, and we have a restaurant where Sin is cooking water, because water is good. I don't know. Yeah, so a little hotel-y thing over here, and some stands selling some stuff. Coffee, I think he's selling coffee. is selling proper Swedish coffee and also crappy American coffee. And yeah, some other things being sold here. Over here we have a little theater or play going on. I don't really know what it is. Something. We have a little ice skating rink here. And all of that. And as you can see, all the mountains around here are white because, as I said, we switched out everything for snow just to make it look cooler. Yeah. Then, while working on this, we had another idea. Or some idea that I've actually had for quite a while. And that car lock helped me make a reality, basically. And it's this thing over here. It's our Ripple Racing racetrack, which is insanely fun to play around on. This is a almost a copy of a real Swedish racetrack. Built out of ice, so you can run boats on them, or cars, if you want to call them that instead. I have also been working in a couple of episodes on the grandstand here, main building for it. This is all carpet, by the way, on top here to make everything spawn-proof. It's insane. We can, if we take a little fly up here, you can see the whole racetrack. I think I'm going to go for a lap just to show you the thing. We have the pits here. And we have our start-finish line here with the start lights and everything you need. If we see if we can break into this. Yeah, this is still a work in progress. The grandstands here. No, I want to go in from the other side. Go in the proper way. And we have extended out a little bit, and we need to do some form of landscaping and stuff around here, but yeah, at some point. So, you come in here to your stadium, or to the stadium, and you can't get in because you need to buy a ticket. And when you have a ticket, you put it in the ticket reader here, and it will let you through, and then closes behind you. Which I think it's a neat little touch. It's completely unnecessary, but I think it's a nice little touch. We have a little souvenir shop. We have your, you need to buy food and drinks and stuff that you usually have around the stadium, or like grandstands like this. We also here have an unfinished, we have the same here, by the way. Unfinished VIP area where it's going to be more stuff going on eventually. I need to build an interior for this, and if we continue up, there are more of these little boxes where people can sit and have a drink and something and watch the race. But that's not finished yet. Why? Oh, there we go. These are supposed to be cars, not boats. If we push the button and the lights go on, one by one, and when they all go out, that's when you go, like a proper Formula 1 start. And there we go. So you get down here, and then it's... No! You need to get around here as quickly as possible. And if you're like a couple of people running this at the same time, it's a lot of fun. We did an episode a while back with, I think we were 8 or 10 people. This is tricky. Participating in it, so it was a lot of fun here. And this is... Ooh, that was good. rather tricky, I must say. And like that. And we get over the finish line. Yay! Now we can take the back way into the pits again. Ugh. So we are over by the mushroom farm. Hang on. Oh, it's a squid. I thought it was a spider on top there. At the moment, it's not working. Because, yeah, people are online, so it's not working very well with other people loading up passive mobs and stuff. I know I talked about that in the episodes leading up to this one, I think. Episode 47, 48, 49, where I built this. Yeah, so this is my most recent project. We have quite a lot. We have 11 shulker boxes full of steak, so that's pretty good. And we have 5 shulker boxes of leather, plus a little here and a little there. So this is a very nice project to get you food and stuff. And this is my first attempt to actually build a mushroom farm, so it's a bit of an experiment for me, and it worked out very well, I would say. Basically, cows die down there. They all come up here into collection system, sorts out shulker box loaders. This is compared to the slime farm. This is another version of a shulker box loader. It works the same, but it's another way of doing it, basically. You need to switch up every now and then. Just to keep things interesting. I don't know. And if we go down, hui, boop. We have our little system for smelting up the raw beef that comes in. We don't have any. I'm probably going to redo this whole thing. Because you can do it in a smarter way. That was actually Carlock who suggested to... right now I'm locking this hopper so the raw beef stops there, and when I accumulate enough raw beef there, then I send them through into here. What he suggested doing was actually checking how much raw beef you have in the furnace, and when you get to a certain point, so you have like, I don't know, 16, 24, something like that, depending on how signal strength work out, you give a short pulse sending one piece of coal into this. So you will cook up 8 beef. So instead of just feeding through when you get enough accumulated, you accumulate here and actually feed the coal in. And I think that will be a more fuel efficient way of doing it. So it's doing the same thing but backwards, and I think that's better. So I'm probably going to rip this whole part out and redo it. And over here, this is the thing I know I've talked about a little bit, that it kind of breaks, and this is what happens, that the redstone blocks get out of sync for some reason, and that means the water on the spawning platforms are flowing, which is not something you want, because that takes away spawn spots. So you want to... it was only that one. You want to have as many spawn spots as possible at all time. So yeah, this is quite a big project, I would say. And if we go out here, we have removed all the mycelium and dirt and stuff that was on this island, because mushrooms can only spawn on mycelium, and if you have mycelium anywhere else other than in the farm, they will eventually spawn up here as well. And because you have a mob cap of 10 mobs for passive mobs, so means that every single spawn elsewhere than in the farm will hurt the performance of the farm quite drastically. So I know in one clip in a previous episode, I have forgotten one block or missed one block over on that island, I think, and I had 2 mushrooms spawning over there, so it's very, very sensitive and very important that you get rid of every spawnable block around here. So, yeah, and I think the building there looks okay. I would say it's not beautiful in any way, but it looks okay, and I like the way the farm looks, and I tried to do some pixel art, and I think it looks good. I'm very happy with this project. Still need to, if we just go through here, I need to make a proper tunnel for this, because I haven't done that. And we are back in the North Tunnel. Let's go towards Spawn Town a little bit. But on the way, we are going to stop by the spawn chunks, which are here. And here in the spawn chunks, I have built an iron farm. I'm just going to sleep so you can actually see it. There we go. Iron farm. This is a 32 village iron beast. And this is a type of iron farm that they get stuck somehow. Let's kill that guy. This iron farm doesn't need to be in the spawn chunks. Because you can just reset it and it will basically build up all the villagers and stuff. So as long as you're AFK over here, it will produce a stupid amount of iron. But because I have it in the spawn chunks, I could do a little trickery downstairs, like you do if you know how Tango Tech's old what's that called? Iron Titan works. That needs to be in the spawn chunks, and it basically constantly runs. And as you can see, this is running constantly, and we have none. We might have had a little issue then. This should be full. Well, apart from that chest, everything here is full. I need to go check what the problem is. Everything here is full with ingots. Ingots. And here we have basically started crafting up iron blocks. So we have from there and those 3 rows of chests as well are iron blocks. Nether Hub, built by Sin. It's okay. It looks really good. It looks really good. Over here, we have a couple of projects that I've been working on. First of all, let's go over to the Ripple Hotel. The building on the right there is something we're going to look at later on. Over here, we have the Ripple Hotel, which is something that we did instead of having, you know, the regular spawn town or whatever, like you usually have on servers. We have different... there's a wither in there, I better close that. We have different... Like every guy here has and girl, by the way, has a hotel room that we could decorate. And my hotel room is over in the end here. Quite nice. I got the corner room because they actually forgot to give me a room. So they had to extend the hotel a little bit and make an extra room and stuff. So I don't know how they could forget me. But it made me sad. But then I got the bigger room. So I got a nice corner room here. Got a little shower and stuff like that. Nothing really special. But I quite like it. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. This is a nice This outside area here was built by the noobs. The hotel itself was built by Sin, Croc, maybe? Someone else? I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's been quite a few months now. Maybe Para. I don't know. Over here is my actually third edition. First one being the hotel room. Second one being the building we're going to look at the last. And this is my third edition here, which also connects or is part of the reason for that building. So in here we have a massive villager breeder. Hi, guy. Just one little guy in there. So we have 12 breeding pairs. And this is very fast and good and all of that. Doesn't seem like they are breeding at the moment. And the reason we want a big fast villager breeder is because you need to go through a lot of villagers. So they end up down here, and then you grab a villager with a minecart. Do I want to keep him? No, I don't. So you get rid of him, and then you grab a new one, and yeah. And in here, I have a bunch of keepers. So these are all librarians with good trades. And I also have some weaponsmiths, toolsmiths, armorer. Yeah, a couple of those with good trades. And a couple of farmers to trade with. We have pumpkins, we have melons, carrot, and potatoes. So this is a work in progress. This is a temporary storage because all these guys are going to be moved into the big building outside that we are going to go take a look at now, I think. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, my last stop on the tour. So let's see if we can fly here so we get a little overview of this whole thing. This building is something that I designed and built actually all by myself. That was not the plan, but that's how it turned out. The inside I've had help with, but the building on top of everything here is 100% my doing. And I'm very, very happy with this. And it's so big, it's ridiculous. It took me a little while to build this and to gather the resources for it and all of that, but it turned out so great. And why do you need a massive building like this? You have to excuse the mess. This is still a work in progress as well. In here we have a farm designed by the noobs and Obni. It's called the Garden Titan. Basically kind of paying tribute to the Iron Titan, Tango's super iron farm, by building a super garden farm thingy. So we have cactus farm, we have sugarcane farm, we have wheat, pumpkin, melon, and you have carrots. This is potatoes in this end, and then you have carrots at the other end. And then you have a sugarcane farm and a cactus farm. That's the standard setup of it. So this works by observers detecting when things grow. So, for example, when this cactus grows, this observer detects that, send a pulse through here and fires a row of pistons here. Not all the way down, but a bunch of them breaking the sugarcane. On this side, we have, you saw there, that went through a new growth stage, so it gives a block update here. So send a pulse through redstone here and breaks sugarcane on this side. Also when... hello, Link. Also, when the farmer here comes and picks it up and plants a new one, it creates another update and all of that. And also, at the same time, when I think only when the wheat is growing, maybe the first 1 or 2 observers there, but when this is growing, it also sends a pulse into the pumpkin and melon farm, as you saw there, and basically breaks the pumpkin and melons. And then we have minecarts going underneath it all and picking everything up. And that's the basic idea of the farm, and what we decided to do was stack 3 of them together, so because 1 isn't ridiculous enough, so we put 3 of these farms together. And the idea from the beginning was to build this high up in the sky, but I came up with the idea of, why don't we build it on the ground and put a house on top of it? So that's what we did. Yeah, so this was also built by the farm, and itself was built by myself, Obni, and the noobs. And as I said, the house around it, I built everything. Obni has built a storage system for this, so we have melons coming in here, melons, all the melons, all the melons. We have pumpkins on this side. And if we go upstairs here, we can follow. So we take the items with a minecart up here, and then we have another unloading station up here eventually. Here we have an unloading station for the minecart, and then it goes in through a very complicated system of hoppers and chests and all of that, and into all of these chests here. And I think there's something like 120, 150 double chests of stuff here. So as you can see, we are nowhere near filling this up, so we will be able to run this for a very long time. Oh, here we actually have some, but yeah, still a long ways to go to fill that up. So we have our melon, pumpkin, we have, I think, sugarcane, wheat there, and then carrot and potato on the other side. And up here is eventually where the villagers from down in the breeder there, they are going to go up here. So you have everything you need to gear up, basically all the trading and everything up here in one spot. So far I haven't done any farms and projects like that in the Nether. I don't know if that will come or not. I actually haven't decided, but don't really need it. I mean, I've been building wither skelly farms and ghost farms and stuff, but we don't really need a wither skelly farm. We have Carlock has a really good one, so we don't really need a better one than that. So, but we'll see. If I get bored, I might build something. A ghost farm is something that I've built like 3 times in 1 year's time, or a little over a year's time. So, kind of don't feel like building one of those at the moment, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you like this tour video thingy of my builds here on the server, and that you are all caught up on what I've done so far. And I mean, there's videos on everything except the church creeper farm, because I did that in live streams. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye!